Everyone's talking about the Supreme Court any day now. We're going to get a decision about the chemical abortion case. Stay with me, and I got a lot to say about that. Well, just to help you out, I'm going to show this little clip here. We'll summarize what we're waiting for out of the Supreme Court. So let's take a look.
Supreme Court is getting ready to rule on pivotal abortion cases 2 years after overturning Roe v. Wade. The justices are going to decide whether to impose new restrictions on the abortion pill mifepristone. They will also take a look at whether a federal law requiring emergency room treatment actually conflicts with the state abortion ban. Now, explaining the details now, it comes down to 2 cases. First is this mifepristone case. The court is going to decide whether to impose new restrictions on how available this pill is. This includes access by mail. If the court agrees to those restrictions, it would dramatically decrease women's ability to obtain the pills. This is especially in states with new abortion restrictions. Then the second case is actually going to take us to Idaho. The legal question there centers around when doctors believe an abortion is required to protect the health of a pregnant woman. This is for emergency treatment. Now, the lasting impact is this. The Supreme Court has a 6-3 conservative majority. Upcoming rulings are going to provide further evidence of how far this court is willing to go in curbing abortion access.
Okay, so let's just start with chemical abortion, all right? First of all, we're here at the Supreme Court because this originally started in Texas. Texas challenged how swiftly the FDA just gave the wave of the hand approval for this chemical abortion drug. You know, it's totally ridiculous that, think about this, brothers and sisters, your teenage daughters can get a hold of this chemical abortion pill, unbeknownst to you, and take these pills. What about their health? I mean, nobody knows. And the other problem too is people are using it off what they call off-label. Chemical abortion is only supposed to be used to about 9 weeks, 10 weeks. Oh, there's terrible horror stories, people using it when they're 12, 13, 14 weeks pregnant. And it's a disaster what happens. But the point here is, of course, we're always against all chemical abortion. Let's get that straight. Okay, always bad for the baby, kills the baby. But guess what? It's also bad for the mother. You can go to our website, abortiontestimony.com, click chemical abortion, read some of these stories of women who have taken these abortion pills and what has happened to them. Women have said who already had a baby and now took the chemical abortion because they were pregnant again and afraid, oh, I can't afford another baby. Guess what? They said the pain was worse than childbirth. And some of them talked about bleeding, not just for a few days, weeks and weeks and weeks. Some of them ended up in the emergency room. Why? Parts of the baby were left inside of them, and they almost got an infection or sepsis. I mean, the complications are on and on and on. And not only that, then they see their baby in the toilet. Yes, we have women who told you, I saw the baby looking at me. I didn't realize the baby had arms and legs. This is horrible, brothers and sisters. So I'm praying, like I'm sure you are, that the Supreme Court will put limits on these abortion pills. You know, and the other side, they're carrying on, oh, women won't have access and this and that. First of all, they can always get these abortion pills. What this is going to stop is this mail order garbage, okay? Do you want your college kids, that when they're away at college, to mail order these abortion pills unbeknownst to you? I don't think so. Because guess what? If there's medical complications, you're going to be there to clean up the mess. And it is a mess. And when you think about it, in school, you can't even get a kid a Tylenol. And now they can just go get an abortion pill. It doesn't make sense, brothers and sisters. So I'm hoping and praying the Supreme Court gets smart. It doesn't mean women will not have any access to this, but it means it'll be in a more controlled way. Makes sense. Okay. Now, on to Idaho. First of all, if a woman needs an abortion because of a problem with her pregnancy and her health, giving her an abortion is not the answer. All you have to do is look at what the pro-life doctors say. Pro-life OBGYNs. An abortion at that point, because most of the time, what they're talking about is an abortion in the 2nd or 3rd trimester. If her health is in jeopardy, they'll say, right? The easiest thing to do is you treat both patients, 2 patients. That's what the pro-life OBGYNs say. Treat both patients, which means you bring her as far along in that pregnancy as you can. And for her life, you got to deliver that baby. That's what you do. You deliver the baby. And then you do everything you can to save that baby while saving the mother. You treat both patients. You do not do an abortion by crushing the baby's skull, pulling its arms and legs apart. That is inhumane. And I guarantee you, if you did that to a dog and about their puppies, it'd be on the 6 o'clock news tonight. Okay, so it's never, ever, ever. I'm also praying they get smart too in the Idaho case. You'd never have to pit the mother against their child. Treat both patients. That's how you're pro-life. Love them both. Treat them both. This is Janet Morano, Executive Director of Priests for Life. Let's pray for the wisdom of the Supreme Court. Thank you.